All right. Hey guys. I'm Ethan, uh Brago site leader um last spring. And today I'm gonna show you guys how to do a science experiment. Fingers crossed this works because I haven't actually done this one in a while. And I'm going off of, instructions that I found online. So we're going through this together. Um, should work though. Should work. It should be fine. Um, all right. Without any, further ado, we'll get into it. So I'm gonna share my screen. Hold on. Let me pull up the appropriate window. And share screen. Okay. All right. So I'm going off of I googled elephant toothpaste. Which some of you guys or a lot of you guys have probably heard of before, or you've seen videos of it. It's the foamy stuff in the bottle that kind of shoots up. Um, but oh my gosh, I have a hang now. Whatever. Um, but I'm gonna like go through this, and we're gonna see how well this specific recipe kind of works. Um, and depending on how well it works, we're gonna see how like what kind of changes we should make, if you guys want to do this at home. Or if it worked well, I don't know. Anyway, so these are my materials it says you need. An empty plastic bottle. I actually didn't have any on hand, like water bottles. So I'm going to use a soy sauce bottle. I really hope this works. But we'll see. It says dry yeast. So yeast is, the stuff that makes bread rise, makes bread all airy and have those bubbles in it. And I'm just gonna be using this kind of stuff. Yeah, it says fast acting, so should be good. Warm water. I just have a cup of water that's been sitting here for a bit, so it's not super hot, but it should be warm enough because that's like a thermal cup. And then liquid dish soap, I have Dawn. And then hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is the chemical formula. Water is H2O. Hydrogen peroxide is H2O2. So it's just an extra, oxygen that's thrown onto some water. That absolutely does not mean that it's safe to drink. It is generally used as a cleaning agent. It says, when you read antiseptic, that means antiseptic is basically anti-infection. A lot of you guys probably, like, if you've gotten a cut or a scrape, you've had an adult or someone pour some hydrogen peroxide on the cut or scrape. That helps clean it out. So this is absolutely not safe to drink. It's not the same as water, even though it, chemically is not super different. Property wise, what it does is very, very different from water. So be careful around this stuff. This is only a 3%. So 3% it means it's diluted. It's not pure H2O2. That means it's 3% hydrogen peroxide and then like 97% water. So this stuff still is, generally what you're going to use to clean your wounds. So this is like really strong stuff. But yeah, it says 3% here, so should be good. All right, and then I have a funnel just to help pour stuff in. I have a tablespoon. This is a quarter cup. It asks for a half cup later on, but I can just do 2 of those. Math. And then safety glasses. I have some of those that I'll put those on right now because you don't want them to get this stuff in your eyes because that wouldn't be fun. And then a large tupper tray to catch the foam. I have all of my stuff in a big, like baking tray. And then location for the activity. I can tolerate spills. Such as kitchen or bathroom or an outdoor location. I'm gonna be in my room. I hope I don't ruin the carpet. It's fine. I would recommend doing it in the bathroom or kitchen, but I don't really want to bother my family. Plus, it's my room. I can clean it up. And I'm also not using food coloring because I didn't have any. But food coloring, just a few drops of like blue or red or something if you want to make it a fun color. And then different shape bottles or glasses. That's just if you want to do it different ways. All right. So put on your safety glasses before you do anything else, because it can irritate your eyes. Yes, 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 yes. Um, yeah, and then this is actually a really good point to make. Even though it's called elephant toothpaste, it's not toothpaste. It's not safe to eat, put in your mouth, because again, it is soap and hydrogen peroxide and yeast. The yeast isn't necessarily bad for you to eat, but the soap and the hydrogen peroxide wouldn't be safe and also just absolutely wouldn't taste good. So why would you want to? But yeah, all right. In case when you plan to do your activity, place your plastic bottle on the tray or tub so it's easy to clean up all the foam. Okay, so I'm gonna take the stuff out of my tray, other than the plastic bottle, and we're gonna get started. I'm just gonna be doing it right here. The bottle is in the tray. It says place your plastic bottle on the tray, easy to clean up. Measure half cup of hydrogen peroxide and carefully pour it into the bottle. So I'm gonna take my funnel and just put it right there. And it says half a cup of hydrogen peroxide. Ooh. All right, this stuff actually isn't open yet. I thought it was open already, so. I just stabbed it with the bottle with a pen because it had one of these little paper caps on it. All right, so now also important thing, don't, put your nose right in it and sniff it, because, stuff like this, it releases fumes and that can be bad to inhale, right? So I have my little quarter cup, so I'm gonna do 2 of these because that's for a half. Bottle kind of smelled like soy sauce still. Hope soy sauce doesn't ruin it. It was rinsed out, but you can tell I'm really prepared for this. I don't know. I like doing science experiments, but I also am not trying to bother my whole family. All right, so now that I've put the hydrogen peroxide in, I am going to screw the cap back on and set that aside. All right. Now, it says add a big squirt of dish soap into the bottle and swirl gently to mix. So I take big squirt as, like a few seconds. All right. And it says swirl gently. The soap is what's going to give it the bubbles. So I really don't want to not put enough. So I'm going to do a little bit extra. Okay. Now I'm going to set that aside too. And swirl gently to mix. All right. That's pretty mixed. All right. If you want to make your foam a single color, add a few drops of food coloring. If your foam stripes become toothpaste, put the drops along the inside rim of the bottle's mouth, let them drip down in. Yeah, okay. Mix together 1 tablespoon of yeast and 3 tablespoons of warm water. All right. 1 tablespoon of the yeast. And 3 tablespoons of water. So it's just my tablespoon. Oh, well, okay. All right, that was pretty much the whole packet. So, yeah, it's just what the yeast is. If you don't know, yeast is actually like a living kind of bacteria. So it releases gas when it, gets baked into stuff. It's an oversimplification, but basically it's a living tiny little thing. Um, don't feel too bad about it though, because they don't feel pain, they don't really have emotions or anything. But yeah. All right, so I have that in my measuring cup, and then I'm gonna take my water, which still pretty warm. That's good. And 3 tablespoons. All right, 3 tablespoons right in there. Okay. My warm water. People drink that later. I don't know. It's just warm water, but warm water, you. Um, sorry, I'm talking to myself. I'm going a little insane. And I'm gonna stir it up a little bit. Stir for about 30 seconds. Okay, so we're just gonna be here stirring it. The water actually helps these kind of start releasing gas. Helps react around with it a little bit. Um, it's making like a pasty kind of thing. All right. All right. That should be good. And the yeast in water is not bad to touch with your hands. So I'm just gonna kind of scrape it back into the measuring cup. All right. All right. And then I'm gonna wipe it on the edge of the thing. Whatever. My hands are gonna be a little messy, but pour the yeast mixture into the bottle, then quickly step back and watch your reaction. Go. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, well, I don't really want my computer to be super close to it, but I'm gonna throw the yeast packet away. The funnel, I need that. Do I? I kind of do. All right. Pour the yeast mixture in and then step away. All right. So I'm gonna actually unplug my headphones that I have here. All right. I hope you guys can still hear me. And what we're gonna do is, we're gonna actually move my computer over to the floor a little bit. Sorry. All right. And then that's the floor. All right. Now, this is the thing. All right. Hope you guys can see this. Real quick. Yeah. All right. All right. And then let's hope this works. And oh, is it gonna keep going? Oh, it's rising. I think the bottle might be a little too big for it to really shoot out. So we might actually do a real quick double take. Yeah. It didn't shoot up, actually. No, hold on. So this is actually cool. My bottle was a little too big, so it didn't actually shoot up, but maybe that's for the better, because again, I'm in my bedroom. I'm in carpeted. All right. But basically what happened is all of this mixed together, and you see, maybe you can't really see. Oh, it is spilling up. It is spilling up. Look at that. There it is. It's spilling up. You just had to give it some time. It's pretty cool. All right. Not necessarily as explosive as you could do it, because if with like a smaller bottle, um, or a narrower mouth bottle, but yeah, that works. I'm not mad at it. Hmm, this actually worked pretty well. Um, because I imagine the way they do this. Um, yeah, imagine the way they do those ratios. Um, no, they're not really trying. Um, Definitely should have stopped sharing so you guys could watch it full screen. That's my bad. Um, but you know, nothing's perfect. Okay. Um, but yeah, so you see how it foams up and spills out. When you use more, more of your ingredients or a smaller bottle, it can spout up a little bit. Um, but again, just be careful. You don't want to make, a terrible mess. All right. So, hope you guys, are excited, to try that. I know it wasn't the coolest thing ever. I kind of messed up. I'm sorry I didn't stop sharing my screen before I mixed it. Mad at myself. Um, but I hope you guys saw kind of in the corner and you saw, how it was still bubbling up when I stopped sharing my screen. Some like yeast water paste on my hands. But yeah. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys try this at home. You can add some dye to make it a fun color. You can use like a Poland Spring or like Dasani water bottle, whatever you guys, I don't know. Uh, you know, just a water bottle you get, or like a um iced tea bottle or something. I'm sure you could also use a glass water bottle. Um, but it says plastic because maybe it doesn't want you to use glass, so maybe stay away from glass bottles. I don't really know. Is it warm at all? It is warm. So, if you saw my video about the baking soda and vinegar in a bag from last week, um, reactions are often either endothermic or exothermic. And if it feels warm, it means it's exothermic. It's releasing heat. It's, pardon me, making the air around it kind of hot. But yeah. So honestly, I know this video wasn't perfect. I messed up in a few spots, I'm kind of a goof. But really, I hope you guys just see this as like a lot of times when us tutors are doing experiments like this, we haven't necessarily done these before. We're kind of learning with you guys. Um, and at least you saw my experience. I was doing that for the first time since, I was like 10 or 11 and I saw like my teacher do it in science class. Um, but yeah, that'll be all, guys. Thanks for watching and have a good one.